What's going on, guys? Welcome to Snipercast, episode 14. I'm your co-host, Adam, also known as Trast or Trastern, here with my boy, Curlz.
What's good, baby?
It's good, bro.
Not much. And
you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready. We have a very special guest on. We have the leader of the Virtue Clam, the man, an OG in the community.
The man, Dan,
aka Zorz. What's good, baby?
All good, pal. How are you doing?
Amazing.
Good.
First video sniper.
So
it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
So for all those listening on Spotify right now, we recorded this live, all our face cams, so you could actually see our reactions to, or see our faces. Check it out on YouTube, or I guess it would be on YouTube. So that'll be on Twitter and on YouTube. So check that shit out. But today we're gonna be chatting with Zorz, leader of VE, old gen beast, and we have some questions for him. Perfect around this time around SS and whatnot, so it'll be good. So sit back and relax, boys. Sit back.
Let's do it.
So I guess first question, Dan, like, how are you, bro? How are you doing with SS? Like, are you busy? Are you chilling? Like, obviously you're streaming so much. Like, what's going on with you?
I'm all good. So obviously the whole pandemic's going on, so we're locked down over in Northern Ireland at the minute for at least another 3 weeks. So I've just been chilling a lot at home, streaming a lot, and doing a lot with VE. For SS, for everyone that's listening to Spotify, we are just starting the second round, so we qualified. We qualified third out of all the different responses. So there's a bracket of 32. We came third, which is great.
Oh, I didn't know there's rankings.
Yeah, so I originally thought we were fifth or sixth, but we actually finished third. So I'm really happy with that, considering how a lot of people are writing us off for a bit as well. And we came back from a bit of a rough patch, so we're all good. I hit 3 clips for the last round, so I'm well chuffed for that. I'm no longer like a washed up leader anymore, so I'm pretty chuffed for that as well. So yeah, everyone's really good. V's really good, and we're just having a good time.
So you're out in Ireland. Is the weather pretty shite out there, like it is here?
It's actually been really good for the last like 3 or 4 weeks, and of course it's going to be really good when everyone's meant to be stuck inside and everything as well, which sucks. It's always the same. Like anytime, say everyone, like all the people at school, like all have exams and stuff, like it's always really, really nice weather, and then as soon as you're like out of school or exams, it just hits all the rain hits. It's just crazy. So the weather over here has actually been okay. It'll probably be awful very soon though. It's always like that. We normally get like all 4 seasons within like half an hour over here. It's just nice. It's
very similar to Canada, because like the other day it snowed in the morning, and then it was beautiful sun, and then it was raining later in the day. I'm like, what is going on, man? It's May. Like, it's supposed to be 20 degrees.
Yeah. So it's just mad.
Well, I'm glad we're not alone in this, because with Eskel, he was like buried in snow, and I was like kind of like laughing in my head.
He's like 6 feet.
Is he still living up in the mountains?
Yeah, he is. He's living in a ski village.
Just mental. Jesus.
So that made for interesting content, but Ireland's pretty interesting too.
Yeah, it's good for like all the touristy stuff. Like I'm not sure how many people know, but a lot of the locations for Game of Thrones and stuff are all over here.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
we milk that so much. Like there's like a whole expedition you can go on. There's a Game of Thrones tour you can go on, and it's all like cordoned off here and there for different areas. So there's a lot of stuff tourist wise you can do. There's the Giant's Causeway, which a lot of people sort of talk about as well, and scenery wise it's really good. Just the weather's not great at all.
I would love to go there eventually.
Yeah. Oh, and the alcohol obviously as well. Like everyone knows how we drink.
Get that Guinness out, baby.
So like,
correct.
With all our hosts, if we come visit, you're gonna treat us to a nice Ireland.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
We have quite a list of places we gotta go now. We gotta go Sweden. We gotta go Ireland.
And wait, where was Alec?
We gotta go Maine. Maine. That one's a little easier, but a little more boring. No offense, Alec.
Yeah. All right, let's get into like we always go directly to people's past, like bring up your old demons or skeletons in the closet. Darth in March of 2013. I think I was in Darth around that time as well.
You were, yeah.
Yeah.
Were you guys in Darth together?
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah, I was recording for Destiny, I think.
Yep. I was in Destiny. I've
Yeah, I remember
tripled through smoke. That I don't know. I'll open up about that another time. But yeah, let's talk about your time in Darth. Did you do like an RC? I think you did the RC, didn't you?
Yeah, so basically I was in Acid at the time.
Yeah.
I think at the time Acid was seen as the team that Darth would pick up quite a lot of people from. So I did a recruitment challenge, and then I did like a day-tage, and then I was playing with aimbot like all day, and aimbot would like notoriously get you in a Skype call and sort of like quiz you and everything. And then,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I got
and,
that too.
Suss you out as a person, yeah. So I did the day-tage, and then I joined off the recruitment challenge, and then at the time I really loved Darth. It was great. Like we were pretty good at the time, and then we were recording obviously for Destiny. It was right after the whole significant sort of Team Tower series, so I missed out on all that sort of carry on. But recording for Destiny was pretty good. A lot of the players we had in were just mental. Like when we go back and watch Destiny now, I would say a lot of the clips in it now still hold up compared. And that was it 20? I think it was 2013. You said 2013, 2014. I think we made that video. It was crazy. So I enjoyed it at the time, and then I'm trying to think of any other. I obviously dropped the introducing video, and then I kept playing BO2 like flat out, and then ended up getting like a private recruitment challenge for Optic. So originally
You're one of the lucky ones. I tried to get one of those.
yeah,
I never
it was
got
me,
one.
Yeah,
God
it
damn.
was. I think it was Mike's or Mix or Mike's, whatever way most people pronounce it. Yeah, he's in Genesis now, but I spoke to him about it, and I didn't think I would have a chance. And then he showed my clips to Paul, and Paul was like, "Yeah, I'll give him a private recruitment chance." So I remember I was out with my friend Mackers at the time, and everyone used Skype at the time. So I was like, "Yo, Kyle, I just got a Skype message. I got our friend request from Paul,
Optic Paul, yeah.
and he was like, I was like, I need to go home. Like we were at McDonald's, I was like, I need to go home. I need to go home and speak to him. So like
That's
I rushed home, got the clan tag, and I was so excited. And I said the aimbot about it, and originally at the time he didn't want anyone going for Optic, so originally he was so convincing. I'm not sure if he was the same with you, Trust, but he was so convincing with everything he said as a leader. Like everything he sort of told you would believe. And he was trying to convince me how Darth would be a better option than Optic at the time. And at the time it sort of made sense. And then a few days later,
he finessed you.
He finessed you hard.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah. At the time he was that sort of made sense. And then
Garrett.
yeah. A few days later, I was like, you know what, this doesn't make sense. I'm going to go back to Paul and say I'm going to do it. So I said I was going to do it, and ended up having to leave Darth to go for the recruitment challenge. And I was like, right, it's okay. I'll be grand.
Yeah.
And then I think it was a couple of weeks I did, and then I waited a couple of weeks to hear back from Paul, and then I went again. It was 2 months altogether trying to join Optic, and then I didn't really get much feedback at all. I didn't really get a yes or no answer, and I think it was a month or two later that's when the Optic sniping team ended, and I was like, oh, there we go, that's the exact reason why I didn't get a yes or no. So I don't think he was getting much feedback from Hex at the time, so unfortunately I didn't get it in, but it's still pretty cool to say that I had a private recruitment challenge for Optic.
That is so cool.
That is cool, yeah. Getting an ad from Optic Paul is hilarious. But just on that aimbot point, like I did talk about this in like one of our early podcasts, like how I joined Darth, and everyone was telling me not to join Darth because they thought it was like the bottom of the food chain because of everyone left because of significance. And I think you hit the nail on the head there, bro. Like Destiny was still good and Darth was still decent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
but of course I'm gonna say that because I was on the team. But
I mean, being in Raw, it was a bit of a raw there was some raw propaganda going on there. You know what I mean? A lot of shit talking. But I think Darth was actually still really good after, like you guys said during Destiny. Darth always put out amazing team tages.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was weird in that Skype call.
Who?
Yeah, I think
Garrett.
Aimbot.
Not FaZe Aimbot, Darth.
I know what you're saying. I feel like the guy is like hella persuasive. Like he was a good leader.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he
was
was
very good in that sense. He's probably one of my best leaders I've had, easy. I would say him and Danny. He leads Dynasty now. He's still around. He was one of my favorites, and then Hacksta, obviously from Envy as well, was definitely one of my favorites. But yeah, that was the Darth time. So I still enjoyed it. Like I still have regrets for like not trying to join Raw at the time, because I had a good. I'm the sort of person, I'm sort of friendly with everyone in the community. I'll never try and have like any sort of beef with anyone. So I do wish I was in Raw as well back then, because of all the videos they made at the time and all the friends I have in there. But it is what it is.
I'm sure they would like to hear that. That's a nice ego ego push for them.
and then in 2014, it was July 2014, you were chilling in a party with some Envy members, and a man named Cleed decides Cleed Envy joins your party with a welcome Zorz Envy gamer tag. What was that like?
That was a good time. So what happened basically was I was in the call. All my friends, I basically left Darth and joined Envy at the time. So it was me. I think off the top of my head, I think there was Goals, there was Cleed, there was JN, there was Zag, and maybe one or two others in the call at the time. And I think what they did was to put my Twitter into the Envy Skype chat, and they all started spamming me. Oh, there goes the voice. So they all started spamming me on Twitter saying hello. So I had like FaZe Wally at the time, because he was in Envy, and then I had like all the Envy chat just saying hello, like spamming hello. And I was like, oh god, what's happening? And then Cleed came in and played the welcome party song or whatever. And then you can hear his mom in the background saying, turn that shit on as well. It's so good.
Was that Xbox Party?
Yeah, it's all Xbox.
Awesome.
There's a video as well. It's so
That's
funny.
Awesome.
I'll link you the video here for after. But I joined Envy, and then it was sort of it was like at the worst sort of time, because that's just before the team ended. So I think I was saying about this in the stream earlier actually, but it was it was either the very start of Advanced Warfare or just before Advanced Warfare when I joined. So I really wish I joined Envy at a different time, but it was still really, really fun. Like the amount of really good players we had on at the time is crazy. Definitely probably I'd say it's the most fun I've had in the team, for sure. And it's just unfortunate how things ended really with the team, I guess.
Yeah, it was a great team.
We got a former Envy here as well, Mr. Kyle Larson over here.
Were we in at the same time, or were you in before?
I thought we were, or I thought
Curlz
you were.
quit.
I was firmly quit by then. I firmly made I joined SOAR for like a month, and then I didn't hit any clips, and then I was in high school. I was in this phase where I wanted to focus, because I was going on to post-secondary like university, and I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna be like one of those guys and just quit. And then I come back 5 years later, and here I am. But this is what it is.
Full circle, baby.
I always had this like perception that we were in together, though. But I mean, I've obviously known about you for years and years, and I think we've obviously crossed paths in teams before, but I definitely thought I was in Envy at the time with you. Just gonna say we were, even though we weren't.
Fuck it.
Envy was a super interesting team.
Yeah, I remember there was the whole merger with Fear at the time as well.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That was,
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
That was
Fear was actually a pretty interesting team too, man.
Yeah.
They had like some good ass players.
Yeah, that was the smartest thing that Hacksta ever did for Envy as well. He basically like just ruled out any competition with Envy just by recruiting Fear, and then they all like, you had a lot of people that would stay with the team, and then you had a few people that were like, nah, this isn't working, and they would go elsewhere. But Fear were so good at the time, and then they all joined Envy, and then the whole roster was just mental. It was so good.
That was like the COD equivalent of buying out like a lower company.
Yeah, literally. I think Pamaj was he was involved with Fear at the time. I don't know if he ended up involved with Envy either. There was Pamaj and there was Amento, I think. So that was one of the smartest things that he did, but he was definitely easily the best leader I've had. And then trying to think of anything else with Envy. Obviously Envy ended. A lot of people don't really know how or why, but I personally, there's one main thing that sticks out for me for Envy ending. There was a guy called Muck. He was called like Muck Envy. He was one of the designers. He's still in the community now. I'm not too sure what sort of team he's in now or whatever. I don't think he's anything sniping related, but we were sponsored by Monster at the time, and he basically tweeted out saying about how he was in hospital because of Monster Energy and not to drink Monster Energy, and like how it ruins your life and all this carry on.
Oh, God.
Obviously Hastro, like the owner of Envy, when we're sponsored by Monster, like I'm pretty sure he went a bit crazy on it, like so it was incidents like that kept happening with the team, and we all know how toxic the sniping community can be nowadays, and you know how bad it could have been back in like 2013-14 sort of time as well. So I think that sort of sped the process along, and then how crap the newer sort of CODs were at the time. I'd say it's probably one of the main sort of reasons as to why it ended when it did, because I wish it lasted a bit longer, but that definitely made it happen a lot quicker, really.
Yeah, that's a PR nightmare.
Yeah, for sure. That's so bad.
Wait, so he went in the hospital because he drank too many monsters?
That's what I think, but
Yeah,
he
like
like
a heart
basically
attack
said
or
how,
some shit?
yeah, something like that,
Damn.
something that was hard, but he like proper went off about Monster. Like it would be the equivalent of phase, like someone in phase, like say, I don't know,
G
like,
Fuel or
run,
something.
Like
saying
G
about,
Fuel
like,
ruined my
G-Fuel,
life.
like yeah, and then obviously it's not a good PR move at all, so it didn't go down very well. It was constant incidents like that.
That's
That's
crazy.
a little insight. I didn't know that. I thought they just ended because they're
Yeah.
like no views, but
Yeah,
crazy.
I think it was the main reason, and then obviously there was no regret from Hastro, because that, like, I'm pretty sure Envy was originally like a competitive team. There wasn't a sniping team, because it used to be XES. Like XES was Grizz's team that he made with Hacksta, and then there was the recruitment chance for that. So there's like the Frog and Mackers were in XES, and then I think they got an offer from Hastro to do the sniping team for Envy, so it changed to that. So them going away from sniping, it wasn't that big a deal because they weren't originally from sniping, and then obviously they're absolutely fine now. I'm sure they're making quite a bit of money now from the whole competitive thing, because Hastro still owns
Yeah,
Envy,
he
and I
still
think there's
owns
obviously
it.
this, yeah, it's all franchise now, so he's still alive and kicking, doing really well from that. I think it was more of a shock when Optic did it, because Optic were originally sniping when they ended their sniping team, and then they were going from sniping to competitive the other way around, so I think it was a bit more of an impact on people. But
That Black Ops 2 competitive era was like Envy's time.
yeah.
That was like
Yeah.
Envy, that one team like Complexity or some
Complexity, I
shit.
was going to say, yeah, Complexity were mental, yeah.
Yeah. And that was, if you think about it, like all these COD guys now, like the start of their careers, which is
I remember it was all the base. Was it Parasite?
Parasite,
And there
Envy,
was-
and then Cap.
Yeah,
Was it
yeah.
J-Cap?
J-Cap, yeah.
J-Cap,
And
yeah.
then there was someone else. He's still around. and
Proofy.
he would always be
Proofy was one.
Proofy as well. Yeah. There was one. He was so like controversial, and he would always like kick off like with Nade Shot, and I can't remember his name.
I know exactly.
He was
what
in
you're talking about.
Complexity.
Not Karma, no? I don't know.
No.
It might have been Parasite.
Embos?
honestly.
No, Parasite was controversial in that. Aix, yeah, I just seen it in the
Aix.
chat. Yeah,
Aix,
Aix,
yeah.
Aix is that person. Yeah, Swirly's just said. That guy, remember all the there's a video, I think it was him and Nade Shot fighting in one of the
Yeah.
live events and everything.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
probably
yeah,
squabbed
yeah.
each other.
There's also
So,
that
yeah, it's stuff
video.
like that.
There's also that video of Parasite, like getting interviewed on stage. I think it's probably Courage or someone. He's like, how are you gonna win this? Like, I'm coming around. He's like, because we're just better than everyone else.
Yeah, it was the Eagles. That was just mental.
Like these guys, bro. Oh my god.
So toxic.
It's honestly so funny though if you watch it back. Like this guy's like 15. He's like, I'm gonna
I
beat you.
know.
Do you guys remember the guy
that's
Killa?
so good.
He like would literally be like standing on stage talking shit across the way, like during a match.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
That honestly made it so entertaining though. Like,
Yeah.
oh god,
They need that
I
now.
love that. They do actually. It's like too nice now.
Mhm.
It's not like Modern Warfare game chat where everyone.
Yeah, it's all watered down. Like, remember the game chat on Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3? Compare
Oh,
it
it's
to now.
horrible.
Insane.
Because everyone's in Discord calls. Yeah,
I was on
everyone's just in Discord
PS3
calls.
back then, so it's
Yeah.
just like, and it's like,
Like, you would get, do you see all the like the viral Facebook posts or on like Twitter and all, and it's like no one could survive the Modern Warfare 2 lobbies,
Yeah,
and then it's just
yeah,
like
yeah.
all these different random people and everyone just shouting all sorts of abuse. It's just, some of the stuff that they say, obviously you can't repeat it on stream or anything like that now, but oh my god,
yeah, a
it's
lot of
mental.
slurs. Let's just,
And-
Yeah.
just
That
say
shit's going viral on Facebook, which means everyone relates to that. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
like almost everyone that's like our age relates to that.
dude,
Yeah.
Kai, you just posted a MW2 post on Instagram. That shit went off, did it not?
Oh yeah. I
That
guess
shit
this is
took
the time
off.
to shamelessly plug my Instagram. It's at xcurls. It's been popping off. I don't really tweet about it ever, so but yeah.
But yo, these people like the generation that like played COD around like 2008 to 12, like these people like they're on TikTok and Instagram, like the people obviously that aren't in the community, and they love seeing those MW2 videos and shit. Like they love it. I feel like it gives them that little
something about MW2
nostalgia.
that just like for some reason more than any other video game, any other COD brings them back.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. There's so many memories in that game, just playing with friends and recording. Like it was, what was it? The Dazzle capture cards, and then you had.
Wait, you had a Dazzle?
I had all of them. I had the Dazzle, I had the PVR, and I had the original Gatto just the whole way through. All
Dude, me too.
Me as well.
Yeah.
I didn't have the PVR,
we all did.
but I did Dazzle.
Yeah.
I still have my PVR.
I remember I had an HD TV, and I would still record with the Dazzle. So you were playing standard definition on a HD TV, and I just like fucking horrible.
It's like stretched.
That's some iReap stuff. Like
so bad.
iReap's playing that standard.
That was.
And when you would put the blue tack in the middle of your screen to help you with your note clips and everything.
Oh, I never did that.
I did that. Piece of tape.
Yeah.
With a marker on it.
Oh, you guys are scumbags.
I'll still do that. I might need
that
it.
Was the original. That was the original Fortnite stretch. It was Dazzle.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, but you were in Acid.
Yeah.
Wasn't Dib in Acid too? I can't remember.
He was, yeah.
Were you guys in together?
No, it wasn't the same time. I was in, God, I don't even know how much longer. It was maybe a year or two after.
Yeah. What was? I never watched an Acid video. Like, what was that like?
They're okay. Like, if I was to go back and think of a video from Acid, I wouldn't really know of too many. I remember the promo that went up everywhere. Like, everyone like promoted the team when it first came out. It did really, really well. But there wasn't like any big notable sort of video I can think of with them. But I'd left Dynasty to join Acid. Looking back, I probably wouldn't have done that, but I still got to join Darth from Acid at the time, so it wasn't like too bothered about it. And I sort of knew that joining Acid would be a better chance because I think Pips was the leader at the time and he was in Darth, so it sort of helped you get in the Darth at the time. But yeah, joined Acid. It was the start of BO2, and then that's when I did the recruitment challenge for Darth, and then got in from there. And then I led Acid for a while as well, and then that's when I got hacked on Christmas Day, but everyone sort of thinks it's a conspiracy. It wasn't hacked, and whoever was running it just couldn't be arsed with the team anymore, and then that was it. So I don't think it was in there for that long, but that was the very start of BO2.
Okay, true. All right, RIP Acid then, I guess.
Yeah,
like,
correct.
I do,
to
that promo point, I feel like Acid's promo and ID's promo are the two most legendary promos ever posted.
Yeah, they're the ones that definitely stick out for me. Like, obviously none of that happens nowadays. Like, you don't get any promos. It's just like Twitter like follows and all that carry on. You never see any actual content or promos and channels anymore, but like they really stuck out for me.
I haven't seen one of those in forever, actually.
Yeah, like you used to have everyone they would upload like promo videos for montages on their own YouTube channel, and you would pay people to do it and all that kind of like nothing like that happens anymore.
Or you'd like beg your buddy to like post your montage like 30-second teaser trailer.
Yeah,
and he never did.
Then, yeah, that, and then you had the community channels as well. Like, was it Top Notch Multimedia?
Yeah, there's so many. Hazard Cinema.
Yeah.
Hazard Cinema.
Yeah, there was and then you had a COD shot of the day. Like, there's all sorts of channels like that. Like, that was when it was so fun.
Dude, COD shot of the day was so awesome.
It needs to get back to that. That was like the best community in my head.
Yeah.
Like, everyone was just like, yeah, you hit a NOSC triple like in broadcast. Like, let's put that in COD shot of the day, and like no one got mad at you. Now, like, you put that in SS and you like you're getting shit on.
Yeah, it's just everything's been done now. Like, we're playing games that have been like played for years and years and years. The lobbies are barely alive, and it's just hacked the shit everywhere. So everyone's just been done. Everyone's sort of bored of doing it, but it's still what everyone does.
Still fun though. Like, I still get joy.
I'm the exact same. Yeah, I still get the same sort of enjoyment from it.
I do have to say, props to Clutches and SS though, because this definitely revitalizes the community, I find.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I've never seen it so popping. I think it's a quarantine too, but
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of that. Yeah, like it's coming in the summer, no one's really doing much else. Like Clutch was streaming earlier, he had 900 odd viewers waiting for that clan tag earlier.
Yeah, I was in that stream. I was in that stream.
Yeah, that's 900 like old gen sort of people in different sort of teams and stuff that are all sitting there waiting for a clan tag. They're sitting to play Call of Duty for the next few weeks. That's mental.
And 32 teams is mental.
Yeah, I know. It's just crazy. There's a lot of people complaining about it being 32, but I think it like benefits all the smaller teams a good bit more and helps them grow. And then it's an extra round, which is fine because it's over the summer. Again, no one's doing anything else anyway. A lot of people in the world are just not like going out working or anything. They're just sitting in the house playing games anyway, so it doesn't really bother me.
They're sweating at home getting that Joe clan tag.
Yeah,
that Joe clan tag.
That's it.
And then,
all right,
let's go back. Let's go back to just your like chronological pass, and then at the very end, I think we'll talk a little SS, like how you thought VE did, and how, your favorites for the next rounds. But let's go to when you made Virtue.
Yeah,
just talk about that.
Why? Okay, wait. Why the name Virtue?
Yeah, why the name Virtue?
Yeah,
why do you make them?
Yeah, so at the time, it was me and another guy called Vibes. So Vibes is the leader of Dynasty Now. So he basically wanted to make a team at the time, and I was like, yeah, I'll help you with it. And then we were sort of Googling different names and like the meanings of the names, and I'm pretty sure like he said about Virtue, or one of us said about Virtue, and we're like, yeah, it's pretty good. And then we made the YouTube channel, and then we made the Twitter account. We found a few friends that wanted to get in. And made a video of like all the old sort of clips we had, like say like 3 or 4 old clips, all different sort of team gamer tag, and then that was the start of it. That was I normally know the date off. It's February 4th, 2014.
Damn.
The YouTube channel. Damn. Yeah. So we are well over 6 years old now, which is fucking crazy to be honest. And then we made the second team tag. So Ruben's edited that one. That was. I don't even know. And there was like a whole argument with like the French community at the time. I think someone like pissed off the French people at the time, and we got so many dislikes. Like if you go back and look, if you look at the first and second team towers on the V channel, there's a ridiculous amount of dislikes, and then they all just fall off. Like it's all fine again.
That's awesome. Well, not funny. Awesome, but hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny to look back on. Yeah. But yeah, I can't even remember. Like I think the name was just from Google, and then it was me and Vibes, and then we just built it up, and then we ended for a while, like not even a year later, and then Cleed at the time, he was like, yo, do you want to bring back VE? And I was like, yeah, okay. Brought back most of the people that we had at the time, and then we just kicked off from there, and now we're where we are really. But it's so long ago now. It's literally my pride and joy. Like I put so much effort and time into it nowadays. Oh, yeah. It's crazy.
It's your little baby.
Yeah, 100%. It's because like I've been involved with it from day one. If it was another team, like say I joined a team as a leader, I wouldn't be that bothered. But because it's something you've sort of worked on from the very start, it's a completely different story.
So like, you went from like being a player, like just like pretty much 95, I would say, % of the community just like is a player on a team. Like you're leading a team, you're recruiting people, people are messaging you, you're getting your stream going. Like, what? How has that changed since like before you had the team? Like, what is your, I guess, goals, and like what's your like plan?
Yeah, right now, individually, like I'm really pushing to try and do stuff full time. Like I think the last sort of month or so, I know it's probably fluctuated a lot because of coronavirus and everything, but the last month I had on Twitch was just ridiculous. I nearly gained like 300 followers in the space of a month, and I had 2,000 followers at the time. So I've just sort of realized that I probably could push this really, really far individually.
Let's go.
And get to the point where I can just sit and play Call of Duty and entertain people, and then be able to do it full time. I'm trying to get to that point. At the minute, it's like a part-time thing. Because I do like a 20-hour contract in a phone shop as well, and then both of them sort of keep me going at the minute, so I'm happy enough the way it is. So individually, it's just trying to grow to the point it's full time. With VE, obviously it used to be just a sniping team, and then because I've sort of been around that, like I've been doing Call of Duty since COD 4 release, so what's that, 2007?
Shit!
Like, yeah, I've been around like, so long, so I sort of just got bored of making the same video all the time, like the whole montage layout, and that was it. Team Taj, Team Taj, Team Taj, and then a big Team Taj, and then leftover Team Tajes, and then SS once a year, and that was it. So I just got bored of it, and then I wanted to do a bit more with the team, and then I seen, like before we did the stream team, I wanted to do streaming for VE for about a year or two before that, because there's a time where if you streamed, like anyone that streamed Call of Duty, they were getting over 100 viewers at the time. Like I remember there was a time, I think it was 2013, and I streamed. I think it might have been Justin TV on Twitch, I streamed on the Darth channel, and I got like over 120 odd views just on a tester stream, like 120 people just sitting there. Yeah. So I sort of seen the opportunity for it. And then before we announced the actual stream team, I think I worked on that roster for about a year trying to find the right people, because I knew it was going to be a big deal, because you're going from such like a narrow-minded sort of community to expanding into something else that's completely new. So I was trying to find all the right people. We had Outcast was in at the time, who was in his last team at that point was FaZe. I can't even remember.
Wait, who was the first person?
Outcast.
Outcast, yeah,
true, Ronan.
He was in our original sort of lineup for the team. Yeah, there was quite a few that we ended up getting involved. And then individually at the time it was really just people streaming on their channels, and that was it. And we're obviously trying to move in a different direction now. We should be uploading like a highlight video on the YouTube channel today, hopefully. So that'll be the first type of content video on the channel. So that'll be another step in the right direction.
Today?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, cool.
So I think it's rendered. It's on me, I think it's in the chat right now. But I think he may have it rendered. I just need to get a thumbnail and throw it up on the channel, and we're good to go.
God bless.
So we have that. So really with V, we're obviously keeping up the sniping team Tajes. I think a lot of people thought we were like done and dusted, because we had like a really rough patch there with a few of the leaders leaving and stuff, but I think we sort of proved that we're still doing all the sniping stuff pretty well from the SS response, which is really good. So we're doing that. We're doing all the content stuff, all the streams. We'll probably do a lot more like streaming on the team channel rather than individual channels as well, just trying to grow us as a brand. We have like a merch store now, and that's actually been selling pretty well. Like the merch is actually really nice.
Yeah, I love the merch. I'm wearing my sweater right now.
Yeah, same. Like it doesn't look like generic Call of Duty merch. Like you don't look at it and say, no, it's just Call of Duty merch, I'm not getting that, it's going to look stupid. Like you get the impression that it's just not that. You could go out and wear it in a casual sort of wear outside and stuff. So
man, I've worn I've worn my sweater to like the bar before.
He got multiple women and he went home.
No, but like literally all my friends were saying that sweater's sick. Like, where can I get that? I might have actually convinced one of my friends to order one.
Damn.
And they didn't know it was a Call of Duty team. Like some of my friends, my closer friends, I'm like, it's my Call of Duty team. Other ones, I'm just like, it's a dope ass brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's doing really well, and we're obviously trying to add a lot more to it as well. So we're going to see what we can do with that, but I think we'll try and expand a lot more in the merch. We've got like designers that are working on sort of merchandise drops as well, so hopefully we get to do a bit more of that. But really, we just want to keep doing what we're doing. We're moving more from like a sniping team into like an organization sort of team, but I still wouldn't call us an organization. I would still call us like a sniping team. Like some people agree with it, some people don't, but it just keeps everything fresh. Like I'm personally, I'm the most happy I've ever been with the team right now, I would say, from what we've done and where we came from as well. We've been there and done for a lot of the old stuff. So things are pretty good. Like trying to think of any other future projects. It's really just higher standard team Tajes and all the streaming stuff.
It sounds like you got a good plan, and we got dude, everyone on the team is so fucking good at the game. Like, it's actually
we have
insane.
A solid bunch of people.
Yeah.
Like I think you both see my tweet, but like the fact that we have like for like the person to me from like 6 or 7 years ago, the fact we have the likes of you two, the likes of Rockstar, LMAX, people like that in the team, like I would never have thought we would get to that sort of stage if I was to go back and think of people like that. The amount of people I have in that I sort of really looked up to when I was like probably just as a player back then. So we've definitely come a really, really far away, to be honest. I don't even know what I expected to happen back when I made it, but it's definitely like went way past my expectations, to be honest. It's definitely going to grow even more and more, really. I don't see it stopping anytime soon, to be honest.
Growth is coming. It ain't stopping.
For sure.
I love it, baby. Really well. And you know what, like you said, all those leaders, you know, leaving. It was so weird. It was such a weird stretch. Like I feel every Call of Duty team goes through a stretch where someone leaves and then it becomes the cool thing to leave. And I don't understand that, but I think you've done a great job of recruiting amazing players since then. And you know, some leaders have come back, and it's been a great rebound, honestly.
Yeah, that was tough. Like those sort of the leaders that left, like so Tanvi that left, he was in the team for over 5 years, and he was someone I would literally speak to 24/7 about VE. So you had people like that were leaving, and obviously that hit pretty hard. And they had Sins and Fricks and a few others as well that were involved, and the vault sort of left. But it was obviously crap time, but at the same time it was good in the sense that I have a lot of time to actually fix that up with having a lot more spare time with the coronavirus and stuff, and it sort of made me realize how much more effort I wanted to put in the team. So I've sort of took a lot of the reins on myself, and we'll have new leaders and stuff to keep everything fresh. So I think everyone we've picked up I'm really, really happy with. There hasn't been any sort of mistakes or anything like that, and then everyone's just sort of definitely stepped up in general in the team for the sniping clips and the streaming in general. Like our whole streaming office, I went down and looked to see if there's any changes I can make to it. Everyone like streams, everyone does so well, and like it's just a good time.
Exactly. And I think that stems from like, it's not just like us, like, you know, it's a good like even in the chat that we have and stuff, like everything's like super relaxed, and everyone wants to support each other, and everyone's having a good time, and that's all you want, you know, like from a stream. Sure. So yeah, it's Absolutely. A good team. I was amped when I joined, and I think there's gonna be lots more content to come.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
and hopefully, you know, we can
win SS.
Support, win that. Yeah, exactly.
For sure, yeah, that's the plan. Yeah,
we're already two-time champions. So
yeah. That's it. I would love to make 3.
That's pretty incredible.
I didn't know that. 2X champions. Was it this structured before though, or was it just kind of like? I feel like this is the first time I've ever seen it this serious. So like I don't know.
Like there's a lot more people involved now. There's a lot more teams getting involved with it. Back then, I think it was a 16 team bracket at the time, and it was 2015-16. And you had like SOAR were involved with it at the time. You had like a completely different Obey roster at the time, and there was like a year or two where we went absolutely crazy. We had our closer every first 24 hours of each round, and we just I honestly would say we smashed everyone. We did really, really well for a while.
Doesn't that get you fired up? Like you get the new clan tag, and then like someone's like in the chat, like, all right, closer, like, oh sweet, that's a lot of pressure, like let off like on that last clip.
Like even for the last round there, like I had 2 SS clips within the same day on World of War, and that I completely got the buzz for everything again. I was so happy, and then I posted like a triple in the chat, and everyone was like, "Yo, let's go Zorz!" Blah 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 blah. And I was like, I have not had this happen for years.
The dopamine rush to the brain is next level.
I have got the bug for hitting clips again, and I'm so determined to try and prove that I'm not washed up anymore. Like that's why I've been streaming flat out and playing COD flat out, because of getting the bug back from hitting those 2 clips on the same day. That's all.
Yeah, dude, it's such an incredible. Like we've talked about this on the podcast before. Like that feeling of like hitting like you hit quad feed or whatever, you're like whatever. But when you hit like a decent clip that you know is usable for a team Taj or whatever, like your head, like you kind of get that weird like I don't know how to explain it. Like you just get more thirsty for more, first of all, but then you're also just like. Super.
It's like doing. Well, I don't know what it is like to do crack, but I imagine similar, very similar.
You sure you don't know?
Yes, I'm sure.
We actually talk about that, I think, on like episode 4 of our podcast. So go check that out if you haven't listened to it. So we talk about the feeling, or not episode 4, like episode 8 of like hitting a closer and stuff. But yeah, you hit that Thompson triple. That was pretty sweet. I've never seen any shit like that.
That was the weirdest thing I have ever done. I was like, what the hell? And like, obviously, I've played COD since COD 4, played it flat out, and I don't think I've even hit a clat probably with the red gun. And to do it on that map on World at War with that gun while I was streaming, and then someone in the chat said it was a single clat, and I was like, oh shit. And I watched it fade off, and I was like, wait, what? And then I had to watch it back over and over again. And it was just ridiculous. But yeah, that was crazy. definitely going to my Taj.
That clip was crazy. You're
You're
making a
recording for a
Taj right
Taj?
now.
Yeah. So I'm doing Zor 2. So I had another clip for today that I posted like a highlight on Twitter, but I like no scope someone across the map, and then I got hit marker, and then I went to no scope again and hit him like across the map World of War. But I'm basically going to use like a few older clips from maybe probably a couple of years back, and then throw them all in the same video. I really don't care about time recorded for it. I just want to look back on a video that I'm really proud of that I made. So at the minute, Alistair's going to edit the trailer, and then I think Chai is going to edit the full video. So I'll probably drop it towards the end of summer or maybe after. It just depends on how many clips I hit. But I think I maybe have like 25 to 30 clips sitting in a folder for it, so it's going to be pretty good, hopefully.
Damn.
Oh yeah, we're looking forward to that.
Personal.
Yeah,
maybe we'll review it on the podcast. You know.
Absolutely.
But we're pretty
Definitely.
ruthless, though. We're pretty ruthless.
Oh shit.
No biases here. We're not.
Like that Thompson triple shit, bro. Get that out of here.
Thompson triple, bro. No, that clip is on the real. Like
That
very
clip is
unique.
weird as fuck. Yeah, it's cool. What the hell? I don't even think I've actually hit a regular sniper triple on that game. So like, you got me beat there. So
I am trash at World of War. I don't even have a clip on that game ever. Like I'm a fake old gen in that sense. Like I was trash at that game. I feel like every old gen was nasty.
no,
at
not a
World
lot
War
of
at
people
some point.
played World at War. Not a lot of people played it. Like
Yeah.
I would say it
Oh,
was
it's
pretty.
difficult.
Well, like a lot of people played it in the sense like there's the quatage and whatnot, but like that's not like a classic video you would see someone
Yeah.
post in like 2012.
Yeah, when you think of World of War, you don't think of that many titles that came out individually just on that game compared to other games, I would say.
I guess there's like a cult following with like Shady and
Gekkenir.
Liam
Yeah.
Tell. Like
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
they were mental. Yeah.
Oh my
They
god.
were
I remember
insane.
one time I posted a picture, screenshot of me hitting a car 98K quad feed, but I had Bandolier on.
that's against the code, bro. You can't.
That's
bro.
against the World at War code. You cannot run Bandolier on a bolt sniper. How fucking
Yeah.
dare you? And I was like, oh, I was like playing on PS3. I was like in V. I was like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I remember that. That was good times.
Very good
Shady,
times.
Shady was definitely one of the most. I would say he's probably him and Liam. I would say were probably my favorites for that game.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah, they're so
Shady
good,
was so
man.
good.
So
I'm pretty
good.
sure Shady still plays. I think Shady's now in Sacred. I think.
Yeah, Shady just came back, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got like a different ad, and I don't think many people know it might actually be him. But yeah, he's back playing, which is crazy. Everyone's back for
Everyone's back.
The lockdown,
Everyone and their
yeah.
mothers.
I mean, we were talking about it in last week's podcast, like the raw quarantine Taj. Like it's just sort of a fun little friend thing,
Yeah.
but it's just cool. I mean, Chai's making videos. He's gonna stream. Like
Yeah.
it's cool. He joined Genesis. It's a
wait,
lot
so
going on.
is Chai in Raw now, or no? He's in Gen, so he's not in Raw anymore.
Well, okay. So Raw isn't really back. It's just sort of like a friend thing. People are allowed to join
Yeah.
other teams. That's why my thing is Raw.
I see.
Curlz
Raw's
PD,
the exception. Raw's the exception to all Call of Duty drama.
which
Yeah.
is funny. That's ironic because in the past,
Oh, yeah.
maybe
They were
not so
normally
much.
the circle of it before.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
All right. Well,
Wait,
there's
so
another. There you go ahead, Kai.
I was just gonna move on. I was gonna say, let's just talk. How? So you think V did really good in SS first round? I think so too. I was blown away. I mean, I was watching the chat. Everyone hit clips. I wasn't hitting fucking shit all. I was trying. I hit like a 5 on headshot via an MW, but MW sucks. Like no one wants to watch
Yeah,
that game.
I'm
so
not
it's
playing
like,
MW.
I'm playing old
anymore.
gen from now on.
I'm playing
baby.
old gen, bro.
I wanted to
Yeah,
get a clip in the next one.
It's frustrating because obviously you can get so many lobbies on Modern Warfare, but I honestly enjoyed BO4 more than Modern Warfare. I didn't think that was going to happen. Like as soon as you heard Modern Warfare like being released, I was like, right, this is gonna be great. Boots in the ground, we're gonna be all good. The kill feed is a mess. You can't tell what's going on. Like you don't. It's really hard to tell what the standards are. So like going forward, we probably won't use that much in SS unless it's something mental. Like I think we only had one clip on it in our response. It was the 7 multi with the gun glitch dragging off. It was just ridiculous.
Oh, that clip is
That is
so
insane.
fucked.
yeah,
Oh my
that was
god,
just ridiculous.
He like slid her on the
it's-
corner and kept that
Yeah.
multi going. Jesus.
Yeah, and then we sort of like need to look at who's the actual judges as well. All the judges, they're all based around the older sort of CODs as well. So we're trying to play into that a bit. So we probably won't use too much Modern Warfare and probably mostly try and use the older CODs really.
That's smart. I didn't think about the judges, honestly.
Yeah. It's the same with PC clips, because there's a few guys that want to play with PC, and we wanted to see how Besiege would sort of place as a team, because they were all PC, so they placed in the 32. So I think we're now a bit more open to that, to see if it's not going to be like a waste of time just having that clip in the video where someone else could have like an old gen clip which would be better looked at. So I think we're going to maybe have a few PC clips in there as well. We'll see.
I don't know why I feel like there's gonna be so much like drama when it like the judges release like the next 16, like
definitely.
It's gonna be so funny. Like it is just a game and it's just videos, but like you grind for so long and you like want to keep grinding, but
and I think if we do get through the next round, and if we potentially get through PZ against C, if we get through and play against PZ, there's going to be so much shit being said on Twitter. It's going to be ridiculous.
I was about to say that, and we're playing Din this round, and there's some. I mean, Adam was just in Din. He joined VE because he's more of a content creator, and you and Vibes, you were saying, you know, started VE. This is you know, it's very it's very tight knit.
I know, yeah, exactly. Like I did a tweet from the VE Twitter, and then did a tweet from my own one just saying, good luck to my former lover and all this, carry on, like playing a little bit. It's so weird. But yeah, like then I have a lot of time for it. I'm friendly with all of them. So I like said in the main chat, no shit talking, we're gonna play it really nice and everything. So
of course.
I'm not taking anything for granted the whole way through. Like they could, like their closer was one of the most mental clips I've ever seen.
Was that a NOS quad?
NOS quad, even though it's in shipment, there was a NOS quad across the map in shipment. I'm pretty sure it's through a wall or something as well. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah, me and Adam watched like all the responses, and we're just like, wait, what?
Don't even have a quad. I want a quad mental. So bad. Bro.
Yeah, there was a quad section, and in ours as well, or in the ON one. There was a few different ones. I think it was one on ON, yeah. I'm like, these kids are insane, man.
It's just mental.
And I just have to give a shout out to Baker, because the edit on VEs was
so good.
Yeah.
Literally amazing.
Yeah, for Baker, so originally it was meant to be Baker and another editor called Holmes, and ended up being that Holmes couldn't do his edit, so it ended up being Baker by himself. I'm not joking, we had over 200 clips in that folder for SS, and we had to narrow it down, so we were trying to narrow it down. We made a leftover team Taj. He like smashed the first like part, and then the second part he sort of had to rush it. It was still really, really good obviously, but he sort of had to rush it, so we missed out a few like closing section clips. We still had a plus 30 on call 4, single, triple end and plus 30. 6 on that Shy hit. It wasn't used. We had there was a Halo Scout clip and Ghost. There was a 6 or 7 multi and 1 for 3. There was a 6 on and Ghost. There's a few clips that weren't used. Not Baker's fault at all, but like all those clips that could have went in as well, and we still placed 3rd. Like we did really well, and Baker's shot was perfect. We had Baker, Wiggy, and Shy as our MVPs, so I got a bit of a cash prize as well for how well they did. But yeah, Baker smashed it. He might end up doing a part for the next video as well. We're gonna see.
Man, Shy's 25 on, was it on, I forget what map, District, where he's like spinning, doing 360s. That clip, like I was just like, this is fucked, man.
Yeah, I was watching it, I was like, this has to be in a model lobby, there's no way. And then I went and looked, and it's not. He's just spinning around casually, just pinging everyone around him. It's mental. It's one of the weirdest and coolest clips I've ever seen.
The COD 4 standards are just fucked now.
No. I was looking in the drive, and I was like plus 30, and I was like, oh my god. And then you see broadcast, you're like, should we use this? But like it used to be plus 20s, and it used to be call out headshots across the map, and you're now like deleting plus 30s and stuff. It's just mental.
Yeah, it used to be Toy Soldier All Pros, you know.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
Man, I like how you do the MVP idea with the prize. That's definitely a motivator for the team. And
definitely.
Wait, there's a prize?
This guy's in the loop.
Yo, I'm fucking out of the loop. I want some money. Is it money?
Yeah. Oh. So we did a cash prize. We might do, it'll be a cash prize or merch for the next one, and we'll probably just have the one person as well for this one instead of having 3. So
most clips? Or best clip?
But probably best clips throughout the video, to be honest. Yeah.
Damn. All right. I guess I gotta put my sweatband on and get to work.
That's it.
What are the 3 favorite teams other than Virtue that you see in SS right now?
TL were probably my favorite response, I would say.
Yeah, their response is pretty sick.
Yeah,
Underrated.
their DLC they had was so good. I would say Sith were really good as well. And they just came back to the multi-cod and they still managed to drop, like, I think it was I would assume they were first or second personally. Like, they dropped a really, really good video. And then ON as well. ON's was really good. It was different because it wasn't Linus that added it. It was Fricks. And Fricks is obviously one of the former leaders of V. He's one of my best friends on here as well. His edit was so good. So I would say those would be a top three. You had Obey as well, were very, very good. And especially they have, like, I think it's a 12 or 13 player roster right now. And they still managed to make that sort of high standard team does. Like, they did really, really well. So yeah, they would probably be my top picks for sure. And then probably the same for winning the actual tournament. Like, all LAN teams are more than capable of being able to win it as well.
Yeah, no, like you said, all those teams are incredible. Obey with the tiny roster, it's impressive, honestly. And I feel like people don't really consider Obey a COD team anymore, but we had some really good people joining them recently. Like Dice's, I can't really name all of them, but
yeah, they have a lot of, like, I'm quite friendly with quite a lot of them as well. But like Dice's, Ranger, Zelda join as well. Like, that's like there's a few surprising ones. I didn't think like those sort of people would join, but they have. And like Fran, who's the leader of them, he's doing really, really well. So props to them. They're definitely one of the most appealing sort of COD teams, I would say, to join if you're wanting to try and grow as like a streamer or content creator and all that sort of stuff as well. It's not just sniping anymore.
It's unique because, you know, they're one of the biggest teams in the community in terms of like YouTube, I would say, with Fortnite and all the other stuff they've been doing on YouTube. And they've always been one of those teams that, like, just like if you're in that team, you're gonna gain a lot of following just by having the name.
Yeah.
But they're like a dark horse for SS, I feel, because, you know, they haven't been doing multicod. So it's really, I like that aspect that they're, you know, in it and they're doing well. It's very cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Prediction? You go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to do a hot take prediction. Obey wins all of SS. Just kidding.
I would not be surprised if they did, honestly. I would say it depends how the judges sort of see it with the smaller roster. Like, you could have someone else has like 30 players in their roster and they could drop like a better video because they have more players, or you could have like a really good response but it's maybe like a minute or two shorter.
But the judges consider that, don't they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So it just depends how much they consider it. But if they're gonna base it on roster size and the actual standard of the video, like Obey are right up there, like definitely they were top 5 for me for sure. So like, easily they could be winning it, I'd say.
If we win, we gotta have a Skype party, like a Discord call where we all like party or something. That'd be fun.
That'd be great.
It's funny. We're saying Skype. That's the old head in us.
I'm like Skype chat. Like, I remember I got added to the FaZe Skype for a little bit. I don't know why I'm mentioning that.
It's just an odd random flex. I love it.
How'd you manage that one?
Trust Jesus.
Yeah, trust Jesus.
Explain that for a second.
I need to explain that because I can't remember who added me. Actually, it was. I'm gonna look like I'm lying. I honestly don't know who added me. Who was I friends with? It wasn't Davey. Would never do. Davey would never do that. Davey would never do that.
Were you friends with D-Hiz? No? Maybe him?
Who?
D-Hiz?
Oh, it might have been either D-Hiz or Crazy. I'm not sure.
It's probably Crazy. Yeah. I don't think.
But one of them added me to it, and I was just sitting there, and then I eventually got kicked, and I was like, wow, kicked from FaZe before I joined.
I remember, though, back when Adam was in SOAR, he had a 6-on Ghost, and he put in the SOAR chat, and Banks just wrote, Trust Jesus.
yeah, I remember that because it's like Banks. Yeah, I remember that. That was crazy.
I don't want to talk about.
You're like, I'm on FaZe's radar, baby.
I tried to get into FaZe, and I remember I was actually weird random story. I was friends with FaZe K when he was in SOAR. He was Sora K, obviously. Now he's a fucking YouTuber in LA. Fuck me. But he's out there grinding, having a good time. But he was trying to get me into FaZe. I was sending him clips in 2014 to try and, or 2013, 2014 to try and get in. But I remember FaZe dying. I was in a party with him, and he was like, "You're never getting in FaZe because you're trash." And I was like, "Oh my god." Yeah, I'm like, "You're toxic." Well, I guess he wasn't in FaZe anymore.
Yeah,
He's dying.
I remember. We were in Darth with them at the same time as well for Destiny.
No, yeah, we were. I can't remember the exact time because I quit around 2014, 20. I can't remember the exact timing where I was trying to go for phase. It was like a span of 2 months when I hit my 6 on and shit. But anyway, I digress. I never got in, obviously. Dib, why didn't you get me in, bro? Why didn't the phase players advocate for me?
That's funny.
But yeah, like this is good. I think we can wrap it up. Like I think we had a good chat. I think this is one of our longest ones actually. Yep, it's our longest one officially.
Yeah, that was a great chat.
They get longer and longer every episode, but Dan, thanks for coming on.
No worries. I'm just checking. Did we have any like questions from the V tweet?
Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's do that
real quickly.
I'm just gonna see if there was,
and then we can answer some questions.
So there's one in for sale. That's pretty much, I've already talked. It was basically future plans for V, so we went through that. So Fricks asked, when is the next V stream highlights, and which 5 would you put in the V Hall of Fame? That's a very good question.
I like that question.
Shit.
So stream highlights is going to be from, it's actually going to be today. Yeah, we're uploading the stream highlights today, hopefully. But it's not all from the stream. It's all sort of highlights from the players and any sort of streamers that recorded as well for it. So I'll go up today. The next sort of stream highlight video, we could probably get one out in the next few weeks, I would say. V Hall of Fame, holy shit.
6 years of history there.
Yeah, 8-Bit would 100% be one of them. So anyone that doesn't know, 8-Bit has been in the team, I think, even longer than Tanvi at the time. He's been in, I'd say, maybe 5.5 years. He's been in VE for. He'd be one. I would say probably all the older leaders, so like the Fricks, Sins, Tanvi, Jimmy, who's still in, Puff as well. All them, I would say they're all leaders. Player wise, I don't know if I said Dices would be one for sure. Bams would probably be one for BO1 when he was in. Who else? There's so many. He's alright. There's so many to go through. Brom would probably be one of the Aussies. He was really good.
Nice.
And so there's ANS he was in. There's so many. There's so many I'll end up leaving out. But those would be the main ones. Definitely mostly all the leaders. To be honest. I'm trying to see if there's any other questions.
I got a question from Nambi in the chat.
Yeah,
what's the best clip you ever witnessed being hit while you were in a game?
Oh,
I can't even think of mine. Like I think I've witnessed maybe I witnessed a couple triple headshots and a couple 6-ons, but that's about it. I don't think I've ever witnessed a quad.
God, I can't even remember. There's definitely been a few really good ones. What was I'm trying to think? It was probably when I was in Envy. There was a 6-on hit on BO3, I think you remember, from JN when he was in Envy. I don't think I've been in that many games where something mental's actually been hit. Fuck, that's a good question.
Kai, do you have any?
Think about it. Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want to think of any? I'm gonna try.
I've been quadded on high res spawn snipe before.
Jesus.
But I remember Ginge hit a 6-on Arcading Ground War back in like 2012, and like I feel like that back then was like a really insane clip. Still is an insane clip.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't even see it happen, and I was just talking about some bullshit, and then Hydra, one of our friends, saw it because he had his eyes glued on the feed 24/7, and he was like, "Did you just 6-on? Use this 6-on?" out of nowhere, and I was like, "Wait, what the fuck is going on?" And I think I was in another lobby for one of Ginger's quads on Strike, but I'm not sure. Like, of course, it's Ginge, but yeah,
man, classic.
Ginge is one of my favorite clips. It's the triple ending one on Studio on BO2.
Oh yeah, that's like the infamous. That's his favorite clip.
Mental. Yeah, it's so good. That Taz. It's Surreal 2, isn't it?
Yeah, Surreal 2.
Surreal 2. Oh, it's so good.
Don't gas him up. Don't gas him up.
Oh man, it's so good.
Thank you, brother.
I still can't think of an actual one of the better clips.
Brother. How about this? How about what's the best clip you've ever hit in your opinion, or your favorite clip you've hit?
Favorite clip I've hit. It's probably going to be the Magma triple headshot on BO2, or it's going to be the no scope triple on Hydro on BO2. I'd say there's. I'm trying to think of any other ones. Those would be the main ones. The most recent one's going to be the quad, or sorry, not the quad, the triple headshot and carrier in BO2, but it's also a fail. It literally should have been a 5-in-1 head. Like, there's a clip I put straight after V3.
Get out of here.
The whole team is running down the same area, and I shoot 3 people, and there's another 2 guys crossing over, like right behind them. I could have had a 5-in-1. I could have had V3 closer, which would have been insane.
Get out of those
it's probably. Yeah, it's probably going to be the Magma triple headshot.
Nice.
It's a tough question. You have a lot of triple heads.
I know, yeah. I don't know how I like that.
I've never hit one with a sniper. I've hit one with the Spas 12 silenced on Black Ops 1 on Radiant, or whatever that map's called.
Is it Meltdown?
No. What's the map that has like the underground, like stupid like the hole, like the
no, yeah, I know which map you're talking
thing
about.
that opens up in the middle. I mean, that lean guy has like a quad or some insane clip on that.
Radiation.
A lot of people have the quad radiation.
Yeah.
I hit a triple headshot with the silent Spas 12 in that game. Jesus. But never with any other never with the sniper. But whatever. It's fine.
That's
it
crazy.
Counts. Don't worry. We'll count that one.
Namby's calling me a new gen in the chat. How dare you? How dare you call me a new gen? I was 15. Oh god, I was 15 when I hit my first 6-on.
What's your best clip, Adam?
Oh, geez, probably my 6-on Ghost. But I hit that iron sight, and quad head. I've hit. Man, there's so many like crazy clips that I've hit, but aren't like. I guess my L11 multi would be my best one.
I
just
think
because the timing of that.
Because that was when people didn't hit L11 multis. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh, multi like 5-on PS3 lockdown 2011, baby. Let's get it.
Wasn't that when like there was a whole discussion about who hit the first L11 multi? There was, I think it was Ajax.
Ajax.
I don't know how
I wasn't the first, but I think I was the first one to hit it with a 5-on. I was 100%.
Was it Ajax and Outcast, or like the two?
It was either Outcast. I think Dib might have been up there.
And Dib as well
for being quite close.
Dude, I remember we should have talked about this with Eskel, but I'm pretty sure Eskel edited both Emanate 2 and Ajax's Taj, and they both came out like in the same weekend.
Same time with that clip, yeah.
And it was almost like a competition in a weird way.
Yeah, because I think someone hit it first, but it wasn't the first uploaded one. But I can't remember what way it was, but it was so long ago. I remember
the drama, and then the conspiracy about Ajax is because he didn't reload cancel on the last shot.
Yeah, it was weird.
Oh,
wait,
man.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
That brings it back.
Shit, that game is so fucking glitched, man. Like, take that in like your like X sprint aim shoot. Like, it's just, I don't know. I remember when I was doing it on PS3, I thought it was sick.
I never hit one. I'm trash. I'm an old gen.
Yeah, you are a loser for not hitting one. I have 2.
But, yeah, it's fine.
Namby asks, this will be the last question, and then we'll wrap it up. But last question from Namby: favorite editor in the community then versus now?
Ooh.
That's a really good question.
That's a really good question.
For me, back then, I'd probably say Askel, to be honest. He edited all the best montages. Like, he was always editing every single best montage for sure. Now,
it's tough, man. There's
a
many
lot,
good
like
ones.
There's a lot of different types of editors. Like, a lot of the old VE leaders were really good. I probably need to shout out quite a few people, to be honest. I really love Frix's edits, Jimmy, Tomvi, like, again, all the old VE editors, or leaders even. There's a few of the Eon ones I really like. Fakes was also one of my favorites back then. Fakes
was incredible, man.
He is so good. I love that man. He's an Eon now. Like, he's so good with his edits. Alistair's obviously really good. There's ones in ON as well. Linus, I love Linus's edits. Are really
Dude,
good.
I was gonna say, like, the region of ON edit is like pretty.
The region of
crazy.
ON edit is really good.
Yeah, Reaver and Eon and Shadow as well. Shadow's a really, really good editor. There's so many now. Like, it's all. I wouldn't say there's one standout main editor for me. It's all the different sort of styles, which I really like. But yeah, that would be my ones. Anyway, what about yourselves?
I was hoping I didn't have to answer. I was like,
I mean,
goddamn.
I can start if you want. Eskel has always been probably my overall favorite, just being, editing all the biggest videos back then. And then, of course, like, I told the story on the last podcast how, like, me and Ginge met, and we were, like, fanboying Eskel, and we're like, yo, if he edited one of our videos one day, it'd be sick, and they had Cyril too. So that, he always sort of holds that top spot for me. And then, like, I really like some, like, there's some guys like, Alec for sure, Upa, like, UPAH, if you guys know him.
Upa's an OG.
Is man. He actually came back and was editing recently a lot of Fortnite stuff and on his Twitter, and it was doing really well. And then now, honestly, like, I don't know. But, yeah, you had some good shouts, so I'm going to just throw myself in there.
Yeah, I'm the same boat. For the new stuff, like, I'm learning new people. Like, I'm learning all these new editors.
I'm still meeting new people every day, man.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Like,
but, man, low-key, okay, Feeks is probably my favorite. Eskel's obviously up there. I love fucking Eskel so much. He killed it. Eskel is for, like, the low-key COD montages, like the real grinder ones where like you a lot of hardcore metal and stuff. But Feeks was great for those like trick shot ones mixed with clips and stuff. But I really like FaZe Barker too. Like low key, he was a little like, I wouldn't say he was overhyped, but like his videos were incredible. I don't know what he did.
Yeah, he was always really consistent with them. Like, you always knew exactly where you're going to get with him.
Always.
It was always that perfect sort of... I'm still, like, fairly good friends with him as well. He's really, really good still.
I totally forgot to say XCL for sure, man. That guy just came on with the edits like crazy. Like out of nowhere, like, he learned so quick and was, like, one of the best, I feel like.
Yeah, man.
Trust, I just seen that.
Dude, my little brother came in my room. I'm like, get the fuck out of my room. Yeah, dude, I liked FaZe Barker a lot. I liked him a lot, but yeah, so many good editors. So we probably missed some, but
Pride was another one.
Pride, dude.
Yeah,
Pride was sick. Pride's back and doing edits again. And Pang when he was in Darth and Envy and FaZe Pang was he's really good with photography now. He's like really moved into photography and stuff. Pang was sick.
Ugal and SLP were like pretty incredible as well.
Dude. Ugal is a throwback.
Yeah. We might actually ask Ugal to make the new VE intro, by the way. I'm debating trying to get him to do our new intro. I'm sort of debating saving up for and getting done. So
yeah, he's so talented, man. Like
he is crazy good.
I don't even know what the fuck program he uses to make like he sends these screenshots on Twitter. I'm looking, I'm like, well, that looks really cool. I wonder how he did that. And then there's like the program has like 80,000 different icons. I'm like, oh my god, dude.
All the different layers. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he's like made a career out of his editing and design.
Oh yeah, for sure, easy.
Hopefully, you never know what he's doing on the side. I'm just kidding.
Start some drama. Let's end this shit now. Yo, Dan, it was a blast, man. Where can we find you on social media?
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it. It's pretty much Zorziah on everything, I think. So Twitter is just at ZORZIAH. Twitch is the same. Instagram is the same. And that's the main ones I use. So yeah, It's just the same in every single one. So I appreciate you all for having me on. Hi.
No, man. Thank you for coming on and chatting with us and talking about your past. You know, it's not always easy talking about the sweaty COD days in 2012.
But. I know. It's good because like I'm not able to speak to that many people about it because there's not that many people that were around back then at the same time. Yeah. So it's good to actually go back and talk about it a bit. So that was good.
And I don't know, Adam, if you want to give a shout out to people listening, or I can do it because
you can do it.
I just want to say thank you to everyone that's listening right now, either on YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, because we've had incredible support, especially picked up the last few weeks. But we've been, me and Adam, we talked about doing this podcast for a while, and we never thought, it would grow this quick. Honestly, the last 2 weeks, like I'm pretty sure our last podcast we've had like close to 150 listeners. Mm-hmm. It's been pretty awesome, and we just want to keep pumping it out. And leave like a comment how we could improve them if you want, and 5-star review on like either Spotify or Apple Music or Apple Podcasts. We can read them out or whatever. But yeah, thanks so much for the support because it's been a blast, honestly.
fucking love you guys, man. We love everyone that listens. And go ahead.
Oh no, yeah, continue.
Yeah, like all I want to say is hit that follow button on Spotify, because following us puts us in front of more people and also like helps us with our podcast platform on Spotify. So hit follow. But for the most part, you guys have been awesome in the chat, on Twitter, everything. So thank you guys so much. We're going to continue to make more episodes, bringing on more people like our boy Dan here. And we're going to talk more sweaty COD sniping. All right, we'll close it out there. Miss you guys. Love you. Stay frosty, baby.
And follow Snipercast on Twitter.